First off, if you're clicking on this video and you've never seen the digital circus, what are you doing?
Oh my god. Get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here.
There's a reason this show's been out for 3 years and I've never made a video on it. It's because if I forget to mention that the abstracted sock puppet might be Pomni's pet goldfish in the real world, I'll get skinned alive. Okay, on the other hand though, I've been watching this show, Digital Circus. I've been watching it since the pilot came out. And every time a new episode came out, I just had this itch I needed to scratch. Where I needed to like make a video just yapping about this show. There's so much going on with it that I want to like try to talk about. I'm not a genius, okay? I'm not Matt Pat. Well, didn't he say Pomni was Jesus or something? I don't know. Since the trailer for the final episode came out, or should I say the movie, this shit's a movie now. It's about time. So this is probably the last chance you'll ever get to be able to yap about this show. So I'm gonna do it now. Also, I'm hesitant to call anything I say in this video a theory because if I'm being honest, every single Digital Circus like theory video I've ever watched has turned into glorified fanfic. If I'm being honest, some of the stuff I'm gonna say in this video is gonna be just that. But you know what I'm good at? Making a minute-long trailer into a half-hour video. Shout out the FNAF 2 movie era, guys. In summary, I'm not gonna say anything new. I'm not gonna bring anything new to the table. Okay, first, I want to analyze the trailer, and then I want to rank every episode, and then I want to rank every character. I'm gonna analyze the trailer now. I'm yapping too much. That's the wrong trailer. Can I say this trailer is like 95% a black screen? Whatever. They're just gatekeeping. The circus is gray, guys. I think Kane died. I'm not quite sure.
Are you sure?
Pomni says, are you sure? You know what this is? This is kind of genius trailer making. If we go to the end of this episode, one of the last lines in this episode,
I think I accidentally killed Kane.
does he know?
Holy shit.
Whoa, oh my god, they get cursed out, guys, oh my god. This is just showing it's gonna be an immediate follow-up, which isn't that much of a shocker, but this is Pomni responding to that. Also, this shot is very similar to, oh god, where is it? It's basically this shot. What's weird is it's different. There's like supposed to be like a hole like here. It's different. Look at this. There's supposed to be a hole like here. Well, this is a new hole, but like holes are like disappearing. Like there's supposed to be a hole right there on that one. That's what the fuck I just clicked, and it's nowhere to be seen. So for whatever reason, the holes are different. I bet that means absolutely nothing, which is probably going to be most of what's in this trailer. Also, so I'm no expert, but I think this is supposed to be where they were at episode 6 when they were yapping to each other. Shut the fuck up, bro. Yeah. When they were recreating that descending from the heavens gift. This is like literally where they were sitting. This is like the same spot. These look like Lego Minecraft torches. I just felt the need to say that. So yeah, same spot. Ragatha is sobbing. I don't know why. Why would she be doing that? It's either because of the torture scene, or would they really be that sad that Kane's gone? I don't think these tears are for Kane. Bro, this whole trailer is either people crying or looking really confused. People keep talking about the bubbles in the background, bro. They mean nothing. I knew Bubble was dead as soon as Kane died, bro, because in the credits, Bubble and Kane were gone. Why would they remove Bubble for no reason? You know what I mean? So them both being gone, to me, that was already enough evidence that bro's dead. I'm telling you, these bubbles in the background, they mean absolutely nothing. I could be wrong. That's the thing about everything I see in this video, is that it could be all 100% wrong, okay? Okay. What do we think Pomni's looking at? I think she's going somewhere, and she's looking back hesitantly. This is the most vague trailer ever, bro. And Jax, dude, can we talk about the thumbnail for this video as well? They're making Jax. I mean, Jax is the center of attention. Oh, the poster as well. Look at how they're making Jax look, bro. They're making him look like the antagonist. I know that's not true, but why did they make him look like that? So, I mean, obviously, Jax be putting on his mask or whatever, or like disassociating from the circus because he doesn't want to believe anything's real or whatever. So that's probably just what he's doing here. But people keep talking about how there's only like a few scenes with color, and people are assuming that those are flashbacks, and I would also assume so. So what happened in a flashback that made him look like this? Probably an abstraction, probably Ribbit abstracting. We'll get to her in a minute. Someone probably abstracted, and bro's internally tweaking, and he's doing the weird smile thing. Why does he do that?
Now, We have nothing.
Now we have nothing. See, now he's like losing it. The way he says now we have nothing, it's like he wants to stay in the circus. Because remember in the first episode when Ragatha was talking about like Kane does the adventures to keep them from going insane. So now that he's gone, they're going to go insane. Like all of them.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Me neither. That's this entire trailer summarized right here. They could have just had a screenshot of this and then called it a day. Jax looks really happy here. Also, I don't think Kinger needs the bucket anymore. I think we're going to find that out. Because I bet you that was a Kane thing. Now that he's, you know, gone. Probably doesn't need that bucket anymore. Unless he wants to wear it to look cool. This shot. So, what's happening here is Jax has low iron and he stood up too fast. And now he feels like this. That's what that shot's representing. Definitely not anything else like he's abstracting or something. No way.
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
Zubul, Pomni, Ragatha looking at something. What are they looking at? They look surprised. Are they seeing the cellar open up with the abstracteds, maybe? I feel like they'd look a little more surprised than that, but I don't know. Jax in a doorway lit up. Could be like a nightmare sequence. He's looking at something bright. I don't know what's through there. I bet you it's just gonna be a bright doorway. I don't know. This could be the process. This could be another process of abstraction. Because I remember, yeah, when he was abstracting, it looked like he was going towards like a really bright light like this. So maybe it's something similar.
Oh my god, he's so distracting, guys. Oh my god.
Oh, wait, is he abstracted right now, actually? Is it happening? Oh my, son of a... Damn it! Fuck, son of a gun! Mother... No!
So I wonder if this is something similar. Pomni crying. Has she ever... Oh, in episode 3. Yeah, she doesn't really cry that much, I don't think. There's something pink here. Oh, it's probably the void. They're probably looking into the void. I bet you this is the void. The void! You know the void in this show reminds me of, bro? It reminds me when Gumball ended for 6 years and had that hole at the end. Ragatha not looking as positive as she normally is.
What do we do now?
I really wanted to help.
Why is she saying it like that? What did she do? I feel like I'm gonna pitch some ideas. I bet you she's saying this because she messed up. She made someone abstract maybe, or almost abstract. I feel like this has something to do. She wanted to help. I bet you she did something involving conjuring, which they were talking about in episode 8, how they can all conjure. She messed it all up. Way to go, Pomni.
You guys know I was just kidding, right?
Nice job, Squidward. Real nice. You destroyed his favorite holiday. And why? Because he annoyed you at work? That's all it took. I really thought you were better than that. Turns out, you're just a bitter, 8-legged crustacean that likes to feed on the happiness of the weak.
And maybe she made Jax almost abstract. Bro, like, I wish I could go frame by frame and say something about every frame, but this isn't FNAF, bro. I can't talk about how this means anything. I can't. I don't know where they're at. Oh, they're on the swirly stairs here. So, dude, is the first, 10 minutes of this episode gonna be just, them walking around and sitting around the circus and just being sad? I'd be willing to bet, by the way, elephant in the room, this mask thing that Gangle threw out in episode 4 is back. This mask being back from episode 4 is kind of specific, especially to show in this trailer, this little itty-bitty baby trailer. So I think what happens here is that this is some kind of method to avoid her abstracting. She gets close to abstraction for whatever reason. This is somehow Jax's fault, okay? Money on it. And then, Zubul, gives her this mask again. I really thought this mask was, fully gone, by the way. The way they threw it out and stuff. All for it to just come back. The circus from outside, these are, I don't know if these are, stars or what, but, it almost looks like time's moving, really fast. Another... probably flashback. This looks like it's in that hallway where all the rooms are, but I actually don't know. But he looks like a different person, bro. When he's not smiling, bro, this is him losing it. This is probably where he's actually saying we have nothing and stuff. This is probably that scene. I don't know. It's so hard to gauge the actual plot of this episode because all these shots are gonna be in the first 5 minutes of the episode, except for we'll get to that one at the end there. Pomni coming through a door, pink door. I don't know whose door this is, if it's anyone's door, but look at how weird the lighting looks on it.
Jax?
I think Jax matters to this episode, guys. I can't tell. They had to say his name to make sure.
Have you ever done
Gee, I wonder who this is gonna be, guys. Gee.
something that you regret?
It's Ribbit, bro. It's Ribbit.
Ribbit, oh my god, Ribbit, oh my god, this
This is probably Ribbit's room. At first, can I be honest? I like watched it on my phone so I couldn't make out everything. I thought this was like that adventure where they were like, that one where they were arguing in the orb or whatever. I thought it was that same adventure and this was like nighttime and this conversation was gonna start that argument, but it kind of just looks like this is like Ribbit's room. She's got a thing where it lights up everything. You can see this is Jax, the overall. Ribbit's got a red cheek and so does Pomni. What does that mean? I don't know anyone else that has a red cheek other than those two. What does that mean? Also the black eyelids. Who else has black eyelids? Oh my god, what does that mean?
Toy Chica is William Afton.
It means nothing. It means nothing. Yeah, it's coming to theaters. I don't even know if I'm going to make it to the theater for this. I hope I can. I will definitely try to because I want to see this thing and not get spoiled about it. It's kind of hard to talk about the trailer because everything that happens in there is like the first 5 minutes of the hour-long episode. It is impossible. Except for the Ribbit thing. I think that Ribbit thing was like probably somewhere halfway. I don't know. It's a flashback, obviously. Unless it's not. That'd be crazy. I don't know how that would work. But on Cinemark, they have, first off, they have the poster. I'll get into the poster. The synopsis, dude, I thought this was fake for like a week. Yeah, they're saying it's gonna combine episode 8 with episode 9, but the synopsis says, with Kane gone and the circus dark, the cast are left with only the mistakes and traumas of their past to keep them company. So basically, I think it's gonna be a really slow opening, and it's gonna start out with them being left with their mistakes and traumas, and that's gonna probably lead into a flashback or two. I don't think we're getting as many flashbacks as people think. They didn't make it an hour for half of it to be flashbacks, I don't think. Unless they did, I'm not gonna complain. It's just like things don't really do that, right? Like I learned my lesson with the FNAF 2 movie. They had like 2 flashbacks, but I thought they were gonna have like 5. Prospect of eternity, that probably just means like them realizing they're gonna be here forever. They discover the truth about the digital circus and its history. So do they just like walk around the circus? Oh, I bet you how they lead into the Ribbit flashback is gonna be like maybe like Jax walks up to Ribbit's door and then that transitions into the flashback, and that's what this means. Digital circus in this history. Like the way they're gonna handle the flashbacks is just gonna be they're gonna enter an environment where some event happened. Will they come to terms with what they uncover, or will they make the other choice? Also, presumably at some point someone said something funny. Is there a typo here, or am I hallucinating? I don't know. Why is that space so small? I'm getting stuck on the wrong thing. Because this ending can't be that depressing, can it? Why did they say it like that? This is just the episode 5 thumbnail, by the way. So I don't know if this is a placeholder or if this is just what they're rocking. Maybe we get another poster at some point, but probably not. They don't really do that. But you know what else I'm curious about, bro? How many of these lines in this trailer are just throwaway lines that either mean nothing or they're not even in the episode? Because trailers be doing that. In summary, this whole trailer is I don't know.
Does he know? He doesn't know.
Okay, here's the poster. This is the best quality poster I can find, bro. I don't know why. This is Kaufmo. Basically, there's more going on with the poster than there is the trailer. There's a little bit of this, a little bit of that in this poster. There's this thing, which is like that one screensaver from a billion years ago. Everyone's here. Jax is everywhere. Kinger made a butterfly, because why not? That's like what he does, I guess. Zubal's walking down the stairs. Gangle, Ragatha, I think everyone's here. Pomni, obviously. These are Ribbit's hands in episode 7 when Ribbit was a triangle or whatever, and then her hands came out. A bunch of like basic like 3D shapes, which is probably gonna be like, I think it's gonna be some like meta stuff where like Kinger's teaching them how to like conjure stuff, and it's gonna be like almost like they're learning Blender or something, bro, and they're gonna make these shapes at first, and then they're gonna start making butterflies, and then they're gonna be pros at it. The keyhole with the blue sky, it feels like the episode 8 thumbnail with the Truman Show. Bunch of keyholes, keyhole there, keyhole there. This room here with the keyhole, if that door is open, that really looks like, it looks like this. What if he's looking at that doorway? I feel like he might be looking at that doorway. So is he trying to leave? I wonder if he went on his own to try to leave. Maybe. Yeah, bro, Jax keeps doing that fucking smile thing, bro. Jax is abstracting. Okay, that's what it's gonna be, and I don't know. I feel like, you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna abstract, but he's gonna be, like, chill, and he's just gonna be walking around like a dog. Kaufmo Pinning, couldn't tell you what this is. Is it that magic mirror from Shrek? I couldn't tell you what that is. But yeah, maybe there's, like, a choice. Kind of like the red button, blue button. Maybe there's 2 different keyholes. They get, like, 1 key. They have to use it on one or the other door.
Lamp post. I don't know.
Basically, all we're getting from this is that Jax is really gonna be like the main focus of this final episode, probably. Like theories I got, I guess they're gonna probably have to remember their names to not to abstract, bro. What am I talking about? They're probably gonna have to remember their names in order to leave somehow, maybe with some like login thing, because since the first episode has been a thing, like they can almost remember anything except for their names, which is such a specific thing. So I guess they're gonna have to remember it. Kinger's name is probably Grant. Gooseworks, the person who made this show, did say that she knows all their names or whatever, like it's all like planned out. So probably gonna be the episode where we find out all their names. Are they gonna escape? Yes or no? Maybe. I feel like they don't need to escape. Like, I mean, they want to escape, but like, do they need to for it to be a good episode? I don't think so. I feel like it's gonna be like they either all escape or none of them escape, and it's not gonna be like some of them do, some of them don't. I think it's gonna be all of them or none of them, and I don't know which one it's gonna be. But here's the thing, bro. I don't think episode 9 is gonna end with as many answers as people are hoping for. I think there's gonna be a lot of loose ends in terms of like lore about this show when it ends. Like, I don't think we're gonna be that focus on like the beginning of everything. I bet you Scratch, his whole deal is not gonna get directly answered in this. Stuff like that. I don't think we'll get more Queenie. We're lucky if we see them escape and we see like how they are in real life. Even then, I don't know. We're at least getting their names. Like, there's no way we don't at least get their names. But I don't know about seeing them escape. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Bro, I've been rambling for like an hour. Who is that? Who is that? Where's Ming? Okay, at least I got Ming. Okay, bro, who's making these tier lists, bro? Who is this? That's just Jack Black. What are we doing? Okay, let's start out with the Pomni. Double S? Would I consider Pomni a double S? I don't know. She's very much a main character. Like, she doesn't have a lot the later episodes. She has less going on. I'd argue she was more interesting in the first episodes compared to the later ones. Because, like, she was, like, tweaking, but then she, like, became normal. But I'll put her in S because she's cool. Jax.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I hate Jax as, like, if he was a real person, but as his character, I actually really like him. I'm gonna put him in S, but like way back in S. No, I'll put him in A. Ragatha, can I be honest, bro? I didn't really care for Ragatha until about episode 6 in that fish room. I'll put her in B. She's cool, I guess. Kinger, dude. No questions asked, he's double S, bro. This guy is the GOAT, okay? I think he's my favorite. No, yeah, he's my favorite. Gangle's fine. I know people, like, hate Gangle, but I don't get that. I don't hate Gangle. Why do people hate Gangle? Put her in A. I don't know why I'm saying Ragatha's worse than Jax. What am I talking about? No, but like, I think, okay, no, I do think Jax's character is more interesting. Zubul, I think Zubul's fun. I'll put him up with the Pomni. I kind of wish we get to see Zubul interact with more of the characters more. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like they'd just be interacting with Gangle. But I hope maybe in the final episode we see him interact with more people. I don't know. It feels like Zubul's either with Gangle or getting mad at Jax, and that's like it. I wish there was a little more to it. But I do like, you know, like the themes around the character. I like all that. The design is funny. I guess I should be talking about their designs. Kinger's design is pretty basic, but I think Zubul's got like a crazy design. Their pieces change like every episode or whatever. I think that's a fun gimmick. Kaufmo abstracted. That was actually kind of cool in the first episode. Queenie, I really like Queenie, but we're probably not going to see more of what just happened. Bro, we're probably not gonna see more of Queenie, so I'll probably just like put her like up here. I think she's cool. Ribbit, I'm really interested in Ribbit, and we've barely seen anything from Ribbit. I think it's just the mystery alone carries Ribbit. I don't know. I'm gonna put Ribbit in between Pomni and Zubul actually, because I'm just that much interested in her backstory. What does it mean? Scratch, I'm also interested in Scratch, not as much because I don't think we're gonna get that much about Scratch, but I think like the lore about like the tumor in his head and stuff, I think it's really interesting, and part of me hopes we get more about that, but I feel like we're not in this final episode. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of Scratch, but Scratch is really interesting. Being the first abstraction, like, what does that mean? What did Kane do, bro? The gummy worm, or not the gummy worm. What is this guy called? I don't know. This one's fun. I just like the way this one looks. They look really chill. They look like one of those long dogs. You know what I mean? With the long snouts. I don't know why I'm putting them so high up. Above Kaufmo. There we go. This thing freaks me out, and I don't like it. but I kind of feel bad for them. But I'm gonna put him in C. I don't know what this is. Is this even a real character? Oh, yeah, it is. The egg-looking thing. All these guys, bro, going straight to here, because who cares? I don't like that thing. Kane, I think Kane is a really good character. I'm gonna put him right up here with my boy Kinger. Especially Especially that last episode, bro. Oh my god. The song, the final scene, actually kind of felt bad that he got deleted. Like, how do you make me feel that way after he did all that? I don't know. Bubble's just a goofball, bro. But Bubble there. The Gloink Queen. I actually really like the Gloink Queen. The Gloink Queen here. The Sun. You gotta respect the Sun, though. Because, like, she was, like, fighting to get more lines, bro. You gotta appreciate the efforts that the Sun's gone through. The Moon. I don't know how to feel about the Moon, to be honest. Jump scare guy. That was a fun scene. D. Barrel Monkey. Bro, get out of here. Who's adding this, dude? Jeffrey? Not that Jeffrey. The eyeball Jeffrey? Not the... I think Jeffrey's fun. We'll put Jeffrey above the Sun. Gummy Goo. Screenshot taken moments before disaster. Heartbreaking. I'll put Gummy Goo. I cared about Gummy Goo more than I cared about Jax and Gangle at the time. But he died, so I guess put him above the Gloink Queen. His brethren.
My arms aren't strong enough to shift the gears.
Put him right there. Lou.
Will do, Lou.
This guy's up there with the Gloink Queen. I'm gonna be honest, I like that guy. The Drake Elephant, actually, why did I put her all the way over here? I'll do that. The wife of the dead dude, she's pretty chill, low cortisol. Above the princess. The ghost that got killed. Honestly, I did find him a little annoying. I'll put him there. Michael Afton, I will put, just when it showed up, I thought it was like, it did not feel like it fit at all, but it was just kind of crazy to see.
The scooper only hurts for a moment.
The monster, put it above Michael Afton. Evil Pomni, not actually Evil Pomni, but the possessed Pomni. That was just a fun scene. Orbs Man, dude, Orbs Man is goated, dude. We gotta put Orbs Man, like, is Orbs Man better than the Gloink Queen? Better than Gummy Goo? No. Put him between Gummy Goo and the Gloink Queen. No thanks. I got this bowl of cereal. Right there. Drunk Ragatha. Like Drunk Ragatha more than normal Ragatha. Manager Gangle. A little annoying. I'm gonna be honest. They were kind of spitting facts about how she is with her mask on. Right there. Pomni in anime form. She doesn't look right. Like, I don't know. It feels like she needs a nose and she doesn't have one. I have no nose and I must be Pomni. What am I talking about? Jackson anime. I don't know. Ragatha in anime. Okay. Kinger in anime. Boom. Gangle in anime. She's in her element in the anime. Zubul in anime. Evil Pomni, I think, was actually useful to the plot because it made Pomni realize that Jax would like her if she was evil, I guess. I'll put Evil Pomni between Gloink Queen and Poop Monster. Evil Ragatha. It's a giant clump of Ragathas. Hey, guys! I'm Evil Jax. I just thought he was funny. Coach Dictator here. Goated. I'm Bazooble. Evil Orbs Man reporting for duty. What the frick? Made Jax. What a clip farm scene, dude. Like, holy moly. Disappearing guy, kinda goated. I mean, he just disappears, like, every time. Every time you see him, he's just gone, you know? The centipede, bro. I don't know how I feel about the centipede. Ming, dude, Ming's kind of awesome. Except he makes everything awkward. You shouldn't have assumed you won the award. Now we both look foolish. W cameo. Hey there! If you want my sunken treasure chest, you have to try better than that. Honestly, I'll put him above Disappearing Guy. His brother. I wanted his brother to have more lines. Shrimp NPC. Put it next to the sun for no reason whatsoever. Abel. Huh. I don't know how to feel about the fake Abel. I don't like how close his face looks like the Dream's mask. Can I say that? It really bothered me when the episode first came out. Why did they do that? I'm gonna put him under Manager Zubul. Actually, no, I liked him slightly better than Manager Zubul. That was a good joke. Kinger in the outfit, pretty goated. He was trying his best to dance. He really was. Kinger with the bucket on his head. The GOAT. The GOAT. Kane tweaking out. I don't know if I liked him crashing out more than I liked him how he normally is. I don't know. I just think it was like shocking. Not really shocking, but it was just really cool to see him be evil. So I'll put him slightly above normal Kane. Ragatha's mom. Horrible person, but the design for like how she looks is kind of goated. Ragatha bowling pin in the merch ad. Right there. Low poly Kane. I kind of like that style. What if that's actually how the circus looks? Like to them. But to us, it looks like a cartoon. But, you know, it's supposed to be like a game. I just like that idea. Skinned Jacks. Boom. KFC guy. What if it's Abel? Guys, what if it's Abel? This thing bothers me. Not as much as the mushroom thing. OG Pomni design. Right next to Ribbit. Because I'm curious why Pomni wasn't a frog, but Ribbit was a frog. Why did that happen? Thomas. Thomas, bro. Okay! I don't know how to actually feel about this tier list, but this is just how I made it. For the main characters, I guess it goes, I'm gonna put Jax above Gangle. Kinger, Kane, just a bunch of Kinger, bro. Guys, I think I like Kinger. I can't tell. Kinger, Kane, Pomni, Jax. Wait, there we go. Zooble, Bubble, Gangle, Ragatha. I have Ragatha so far down. No. I have Gangle way too high. I'm putting Gangle just under Zooble. I mean, not Zooble. Ragatha. There we go. That is my tier list. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all these guys. Thomas at the very bottom. Ignore all these guys. They don't matter. Which, by the way, I don't really hate any of the characters. Except for this thing. There we go. Okay, but the Thomas song was fire, so I kind of got to do that. True. I'm not touching the tier list anymore. This is how it is, okay? Okay. All right, I'm gonna rank every episode. First off, the pilot, I'm gonna say like B tier, because you know the animation isn't amazing, but it isn't that bad. People over exaggerate how bad the animation was in the first pilot. It's not that bad, bro. It was fun, the concept of it all, just seeing it for the first time, and it makes sense why it got 500 million views, bro. Candy Carrier Chaos episode 2, I'm gonna put slightly above because it was a fine episode. I like the Gummy Goo part. It got real for a second. I liked that. And then they immediately killed Gummy Goo. Episode 3. Dude, episode 3 was like S tier, bro. I'm gonna actually move these up to A. I don't think anything's really that bad. Except for B. This might be the worst one. But it's not a bad episode. It's just like, it was kind of slow. Not a lot happened. It felt almost like a filler episode, even though I know it isn't. It felt like it. It was still a fun episode. I like the reoccurring characters. And I liked Drunk Ragatha. Episode 5. Episode 5 was fire. S tier. I like the different style changes and stuff. Episode 6, above episode 5. The ending with Jax yapping. Dude, I like the scene in the fish area with Ragatha and Kinger when they were talking about stuff. Dude, that was like the best one of those scenes. I'd argue it was better than the episode 3 one. I liked that talk they had. I really did. Episode 7, I'm gonna put it back here because the ending annoyed me because I had to wait so long for episode 8, but I really did like the episode. Episode 8, best one so far. Best one so far. I actually thought about this one more than I thought about the characters one. I do think 8's the best one, and then 6, 5, 7, 3, 2, 1, 4. But none of them are really bad. And I'm curious where I'd put episode 9. I hope I can put it as the best one. That's obviously what I'd hope for, but there's a chance that it's not actually that good. But it will be, you know, it'll be satisfying, I guess, to see how everything ends. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll suck. But yeah, that's how I feel about the episodes. Just because I've never been able to make a Digital Circus episode. Well, I have been able to, I just never did. Able? It's definitely something that I've been interested in for a while. I can't talk. And maybe I'll be able to make another video about this Digital Circus when the movie comes out. I really want to see it in theaters, dude. Can I be honest? The 2-week gap between theater release and internet release is kind of evil. I mean, it's good they're making it to theaters. If I'm not able to make it to the theaters, bro, I gotta wait 2 whole weeks avoiding spoilers. That's gonna be horrible, especially now that my entire For You page, my entire recommended is the digital circus, bro. This happens every time a new episode comes out. I just get super obsessed with it. Part of me hopes this video doesn't do that good. That would be a problem because the show ends in like a month and a half. I'm not a digital circus channel necessarily. Wouldn't that be a problem if like this video did crazy numbers and the show ends and there's no more content to be made on it? I've been meaning to yap about it. I just needed an excuse to be able to yap about it. And if you stuck around to the end of the video, I'm honestly kind of shocked. I'm kind of losing my train of thought. I don't know. I just woke up like an hour ago. But, like and subscribe. I post just like, I'm kind of more of like a horror channel. FNAF games, Minecraft horror mods, horror games, you name it. All that jazz. So, if you're interested in that, let me know. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!